Have you ever seen folders like slash, bin, etc or var in Linux and wondered what they actually do? In this video, I will explain the most important Linux directories with a simple explanation and practical examples. So you can clearly understand how the Linux file system works. So let's start from the top. Okay, so currently I am in my Ubuntu terminal and present in the root directory. Okay, so in Linux everything starts from the root directory represented by slash, and we can verify it using pwd. If you see slash, this is the root directory. Okay, it is the base of the entire file system in Linux. And if you run ls, so this command used to list the files and directories in the present working directory. Okay, and just to enter, you will see all the main directories like bin, etc, home, opt, tmp, temp, var, proc. Okay, these are some of the important directories in Linux file system. So let's begin with our first directory, which is known as bin. Okay, so this bin directory contains essential executable commands like ls, pwd, cp, mv. These are the commands are required for our basic system operations and are available by default in this slash bin or a bin directory. Okay, let's go and verify it. Cd, so cd command is used to change directory in Linux system. Okay, so just write cd, provide the directory name and just to enter. So currently we are in our bin directory. Just to verify it, use command pwd, which is known as present working directory. So as I said, now just do the ls and you will see all the executable binary files present inside slash bin or a bin directory. Okay, as I said, see, these are mkdir. So these are all the executable files, also known as executable commands. Okay, as I said, ls, cp, mv, these are the commands which are required for a day-to-day operations or a daily operations. Okay, so most of the Linux commands are stored under this slash bin or a bin directory. Okay, now that we understand commands, let's move to where user actual work. Okay, just do cd dot dot enter. So what does it do is it will come one step or one directory back. Just to enter and we are in our root directory. So just do ls and you see here one more unique directory where everyone should be knowing is home directory. So this home directory is the personal workspace for users. This is where all user files, documents and projects are stored. For example, let's go and see into our home directory. So cd home, enter. Okay, and if you see, do ls. Okay, here there is only one user present inside in our system is infra. Okay, this is our user, infra user. Okay, so let's go into this infra and see. Just to enter, and in order to list the files and directories, as I said, we need to use ls command. So currently this infra user don't have any files or directories created by himself, so that's the reason we are unable to see any files or directories present inside infra user. Okay, so this is the directory where you will spend most of your time, which is cd dot dot we came into home. So this is the very important directory where you will spend most of your time. In order to go one step back, once again we use cd dot dot. Okay, so now let's look at a temporary storage in Linux. So there is a call one more directory which is also known as cdtmp. As the name says, temporary. So this is a temporary directory in Linux system if you see, do ls, so these are all the temporary directories inside the TMP. So applications and users store short-term data here. Okay. So for example, you can create a file using touch command or mkdir directory. Okay, for your testing or anything. Also in real life scenarios, like if you want to redirect any files or which are being using through your automation and you don't want to use it, you can directly redirect it to TMP directory. Okay, these are the files or directories are usually deleted automatically when the system restarts. So understood? So whenever the system gets restarted, all the data present inside this TMP will be deleted automatically. Okay. So now let's see how Linux is configured internally. So just go one step back for a root folder, enter. So just do ls. There is this folder I am speaking about, or a directory I am speaking about, etc. This etc stores system configuration files. These files control how the system behaves. For example, let's go and verify it inside the etc directory. Cd etc, and if you do ls, see there are a lot of system configuration files. Okay, you can see OS release, host name, hosts, PASSWD password for contains user details, and many more. Okay, so we will explore it in our upcoming videos about the etc directory. Okay, so now let's talk about the software installation. Cd dot dot, we came one step back, and there is a one more unique folder or a directory which is known as cd/opt. Okay, so this is used for installing third-party applications manually. These are usually software downloaded as a zip or a tar files and extracted here. For example, tools like Tomcat or a custom applications are oftenly placed inside this /opt or opt directory. Okay, so currently we have not installed any third-party application, so we are unable to see any data inside opt directory. Okay, currently I came back to the same, our root directory. So let's jump into one more directory called cd usr. So change directory into usr. So let's move into this directory usr, just to enter and do ls. Okay, so if you see, this directory contains bin directory, games include lib, lib64, libexecute, local, sbin, share, and src. So user contains, or a user directory contains most of the installed programs and system utilities. It is a large directory with a subfolders like a user bin or user lib and many more. For examples, many commands like git or python are available inside /user/bin directory. Okay, so let's going back to our root directory. Now let's move to one of the most important directories for a real world usage. That is nothing but a var directory. cd var, var, or a var. Okay, just to enter and let's do ls. See, here we can see most of the directories like backup, cache, crash, lib, and many more. So this var directory stores data that keeps changing during the system operation. This includes logs, cache, and application data. The most important directory in this var directory is log directory. Okay, if you do cd log, enter, and do ls. Okay, so these are most of the logs like fail log, kernel logs, authorization log, bootstrap logs are currently present inside this var/log directory. So for example, when you log in or run commands, system activity is recorded in log files here. Okay, these logs are very useful for troubleshooting and debugging issues in your real time. Okay, so now let's look at something different, a directory that doesn't store real file. That is nothing but, uh, okay, let me first go to the root directory. So cd dot dot slash dot dot, which goes two step behind or a backward or two directories backward. Okay, just to enter, and currently I'm in my root directory. So I'm speaking about the directory which is called proc. Enter, just to ls. Okay, so this is a virtual directory. It doesn't store actual files on the disk. Instead, it provides a real-time system information generated by the kernel. Okay, for example, let me do cat mem info. Okay, this shows the memory usage. So now you should be getting a question, what is this cat command? So I will explain you in the upcoming videos. Okay, so this provides the memory usage, current memory usage. Okay, so this data changes continuously as the system runs. In simple terms, proc shows what is happening right now. Okay, and or slash log shows what has happened already. Okay, so these are the most important Linux directories every beginner should know. Understanding this will make it much easier to work with Linux commands and troubleshoot issues. In the next video, we will learn how to navigate between these directories using the cd command. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Linux and DevOps content. Thank you.